We are in Sheepshead Bay for today's walk. We're just gonna walk around some streets. I'm guessing we'll walk around Shore Parkway, which is right here. Since, I don't know, I think on the rain walk we did, we were here for the rain walk. We were on that side of Shore Parkway. And then we crossed over that footbridge to go to the train station. So it got me thinking, let's check out this side of Shore Parkway. So I guess what we'll do is we'll walk this down to Nostrand Avenue. Well, we'll go past Nostrand Avenue. When we get past Nostrand Avenue, we'll check out the side streets in that area, and then we'll head over to Knapp Street and probably end it where the inlet is, where all the boats come in and go out. It is a hot day today. If you're wondering, when the sun is out, it is 90 degrees. It is hot. So will this be another heat wave? I don't know. For a heat wave, you need 3 or more consecutive 90-degree days. So this would be the first one if it keeps going. So it is supposed to get hot going into the weekend. So I hope everyone's having a nice cool day. You don't have to walk over that bridge. This right here should be Sheepshead Bay Road, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, this is Sheepshead Bay Road. It feels kind of tight down here. Feels like the fronts of these buildings are right up against the curb. I wasn't expecting to see so many people walking on Shore Parkway down here. I had mentioned that the temperature was pretty high today. The humidity is what's really overdoing it. The humidity is quite high today. But it is August, as they call these the dog days of summer, so. This guy's gonna run me over. This is a net cost market over here. It's got a little bit of a Costco feel to it for some reason. Maybe the forklift and the trucks and all that stuff. So on the other side right here, there's the Bell Parkway, but they got a lot of nice, it's like the woods over here. Nice barrier to protect the noise, I guess. And then right over here on my left on this block of Shore Parkway, some homes. Look at this. With a Statue of Liberty. This guy's got a Statue of Liberty inside his gate. This is actually a nice home. It's hard to see through the fence. He's got this privacy stuff going on. I want to see the house. Yeah. Well, you can see the house from here, above the bushes. I'm walking a really slow pace because this is a short distance walk, and I'm gonna fill it up with some side street walking. So it looks like this tree recently came down. Maybe it came down in the last storm we had. It looks like it was dead. That was a dead tree. Because there are no leaves on it. That if that was a tree that was alive, you'd see a lot of leaves. So you'd see they would be dead leaves on them. So we got a lot of these nice side streets that I'm tempted to walk down. We are going to walk down side streets, just not over here. We get past Nostrand. So we've been really hanging out in Sheepshead Bay, South Brooklyn, Midwood area. I don't know if you would consider Midwood South Brooklyn. It's almost mid, but I mean it. In the direction of South and the southern tier of Brooklyn. We've been doing all of the. For a little bit, we're doing the Alphabet Avenues. We are going to be doing Avenue X after this one, so stay tuned. That'll be the next walk we do. I really stand out today. I am wearing a really bright... I look like a street cone. Here, I'm going to turn the camera around in a second here. Hold on one second here. Sorry, past this guy. Here you go, look. I look like a street cone. There you go, you see that? Look at this shirt. Look at this. Everybody's looking at me. They see me like a mile away. This is I guess a good color, a good shirt to wear at nighttime. I don't know if it's reflective, but this is Bedford Avenue. All right, so I guess Nostrand Avenue is the next big avenue coming up. And we're gonna go past Nostrand and then those side streets, which have names that I don't memorize them, but you know, all the name sheets on there. I think my favorite one to say is down there, Bachelda. But we're gonna go up and down those side streets, and then we'll get over to Knapp Street and look at some boats. We'll be by the movie theater. I think we're gonna walk right by the movie theater over there. Speaking of movies, a big movie right now, obviously a big movie right now is Spider-Man, Brand New Day. So I'm sure the movie theater probably got that showing on like 3 different screens to maximize profits. Look at these homes. Whoa, look at these. There's some big homes over here. Let me just do a look around because I'm walking really slow, and that guy in front of me must be walking even slower because I'm catching up to him, and I don't want to be walking right up behind him. If I catch up to him a second time, I'll walk right by. I'll just speed up. This is East 28th Street. Oh look, it's Boar's Head truck. The Boar's Head trucks, man, they still look the same as when I was a kid. I believe that should be Nostrand on the next block. And we'll still kind of be on Shore Parkway. What I'm going to do is we're going to go down one street, up one street, down one street, up one street, something like that. I believe the next block up that we're going to be using is Voorhees. So we'll be, I guess, between Voorhees and Shore Parkway. Don't quote me on that, though. We'll see when we get up there. All right, I'm going to go past this guy. And I'm not even, well, now I'm walking fast, but I wasn't even walking that fast. So. Nostrand Avenue. And it's very easy to cross. There's no traffic on this end of Nostrand Avenue. Remember, we walked not the entire length. We walked a good portion of Nostrand Avenue last year. We did from right over here. We started right over here, and we walked up to Brooklyn College. All right, so up and down. That's what we're going to do from this point. We're going to keep walking in this direction, kinda, until we get to Knapp Street, but we're going to go up and down these streets. This right here is Haring Street. And already I see an interesting home on this block. So here we go, up and down. Up to the next corner, down the other corner. Is that a church? I don't know. Look at these small homes right here, like these beach-style homes. They got the way the house goes below the sidewalk level. You can see, like, there's like a gate, and you got to go down the stairs to get into the house. I thought that was like a church. Look at me. We got some nice planters on the side there. And yes, this is Voorhees Avenue. We walked Voorhees Avenue on Friday the 13th this year. One of the Friday the 13th. And the reason I did that is because if you know the movies, Jason, his last name is Voorhees. So we have 3 Friday the 13th. I keep mentioning this. We have 3 Friday the 13th this year. We had 2 in a row, 2 months in a row, February, March. We did this avenue, and we did 13th Avenue, obviously. 13th on Friday the 13th. And then we have one in November, one more. And I have not even decided if I'm even going to walk on that Friday the 13th. It is November. November is a month that I really don't do a lot of YouTube. So I know I've been saying recently that August is my break month, but I haven't really taken a break yet. I usually take the break after the 18th Avenue Feast. That's when it happens anyway. So that's like in about 10 days from now. But November, I usually always take a break in November. This is a Brown Street. And these streets should get a little shorter each block as we get closer to Knapp, because the way the Bell Parkway kind of curves and cuts around, shortens the streets as we go down further. I'll be walking for 23 minutes. So we will definitely hit the 30-minute, at least 30 minutes of walking on this. So this block has some big sidewalk real estate. Look how big the sidewalks are here. I mean, the sidewalks are bigger than the street. Seriously. From curb to driveway, they're bigger than the street. Wider than the street. Brown Street. It's very green on Brown Street, though, with all the trees. Back on Shore Parkway. You see the tree here, the roots are popping up the sidewalk here. Got a little driveway that goes through to the next street over here. Here we go, Bachelda. Let's say it all together, Bachelda. Nice quiet neighborhood. Any neighborhood right off of Shore Parkway is pretty quiet. My neighborhood, in the Dyker Heights section, right at the end of Dyker Heights, going into Beth Beach. I'm close to Shore Parkway over there, and it's, the only noise you get is the sound of the steady sound of the cars on the parkway. It sounds more like ocean. It sounds like a rush of ocean. So it doesn't sound like cars. Bachelda Street is a two-way street. One of those examples of, a street not being called an avenue or a boulevard. And we also have one-way streets in Brooklyn, such as Ovington Avenue in Bay Ridge. It's a one-way street, but you would think because it's an avenue, it has two streets. I mean, it's kind of weird the way some of the streets are named. This is Ford Street. It's interesting. These streets, these blocks, all the real estate changes. If you've been paying attention, the type of homes and structures on each block are completely different, it feels like. This house is for sale. This big white house. I'll tell you an interesting story. Speaking of the for sale sign, I one time, and I found this out like a year after it happened, but apparently I had walked by a house that was for sale. Somebody watching my channel had mentioned it to another person. That other person then inquired and eventually bought the house. And I didn't make a dime. I didn't make a commission. I should have. But the real estate agent that told me the story made a nice commission. We're getting close to the movie theater, I believe. This right here is Coyle Street. Kings Bay Youth Organization. Guess he wants to ride the bike on the sidewalk. I should yield to him, you know. I mean, that's the way the rules work, right? We're supposed to yield to the bikes. It's always interesting having to deal with people with bikes on sidewalks. I'll tell you one thing, and I'll tell this, and I'm sure there's some people riding bikes, big bikers that are watching. So, sorry if I hurt your feelings. Actually, I'm not sorry if I hurt your feelings, but they're always the first ones to scream at you if you get in their bike lane. That happens where I live on the bike path. You walk near their bike lane, they scream at you like crazy people. But man, they have no problem riding their bikes in the walk lane though. So, rules for thee, not for me. All right, so this right here, this is where you start getting into Voorhees here, getting over to Knapp, right? So this is this part of Voorhees over here kind of gets all like desolate. Got a nice ball field over here. I always like walking by this ball field. Reminds me of we were just walking over by. We were on Shell Road, and I had mentioned the old Gil Hodges little Little League field over there, where the F train runs. They got a scoreboard right here. This right here is Bragg Street. So here's what we'll do. We will walk up Bragg, and now we'll just take it the rest of the way on Shore Parkway and get over to the oh, that feels nice. Nice breeze. We get over to where the movie theater is and the Marina. $30 minutes of walking. We've been killing it this month, huh? I mean, came out of, we came out of the gate. I should say I came out of the gate. I like to say we because I include everybody, right? You're all watching, I'm walking. So. Well, I came out of the gate August, and I've not missed a day of uploads yet. If anyone's wondering, the longest stretch of uploads on this channel that I did in a row, that was back in June of 2023. That was when I started the channel, and June I went crazy. June I did 12 in a row at one point, and I think in that month I had only missed, I think it was like 3 days. That was it. I covered 27 of the 30 days in June. There was only 3 days where I didn't post up a walk. So I don't know if we're going to do that in August. And right now, as far as a streak is concerned, I have to think about it here. We did, I think this is maybe the 7th or 8th in a row. I don't know. I've lost count. But if I end up hitting 12 in a row, I'll let you guys know, because that would be big. Because I haven't done that. Like I said, I haven't done that in 3 years. So. But we're getting close. Which way do I want to walk? Do I want to just walk straight down to the Marina here, or do I want to go down past the movie theater? Either way, we're going to be by the movie theater, but I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to continue walking down. Knapp Street, we've made it to Knapp Street at least. Waiting for a traffic light. Waiting for a traffic light, like waiting for a friend. All right, here we go. All right, let's go this way. Let's change it up a bit. Let's go this way. Stay on Shore Parkway, kinda. And I'll take you guys to the Marina and show you guys a little lighthouse, which I've shown you before, but a lot of new people might not have never seen it, so I'll show it again. Now, this over here is where the movie theater is. This is where I go to the movies these days. I either go here or I go out to the city. This is the block that has like the trees right in the middle of the sidewalk, I believe. Right? Is this the block that I'm always I always mention the trees. Yeah, that's right in front of us. It's like 2 trees. I think it's like 2 trees. There's another one behind that one. And they, instead of getting rid of the tree, they did the sidewalk around the tree. There's one tree, and there's the other tree. I can hear seagulls. Seagulls mean one thing: we're close to the water. The ocean is right out there on the other side of the parkway there. As a matter of fact, right out over there, and we have to make a return. We've been there a couple times. I've taken you. Is Plum Beach. Plum Beach is over there. Is this person waiting for me? They could have taken it. It was like very far away. Yeah, it looks like they're waiting for me to go by. Like I was saying, Plum Beach is right over there. You get a lot of kiteboarders. I used to teach like years ago. I used to teach people how to fly the sails that they use to do the kiteboarding. I did kiteboarding when it was in its infancy, and nobody even knew what it was, and it wasn't even popular, and now it is a huge popular thing. It's crazy. And now they goes Venice Marina Marine Supply. Now, I mean, they make kite sails specifically only for kiteboarding. Back in the day, they didn't have that, so the models that we used back in the day were like, I want to say the Beamers, and you had the Ozones. I used to teach people on the Beamers. The Beamers were pretty big, especially the Beamer 5. I remember one time I was teaching somebody on the Beamer 5, and it literally almost took them over the Belt Parkway. Like, they almost flew away. After I told them specifically, do not fly the sail in that wind zone. There's like a zone. I don't want to get too technical about it, but there's like a zone that you have to stay in if you want to get pulled, and then there's a zone, the 2 end zones you want to be in if you want the kite to have less power to land or whatever, or to stop forward progression. But anyway, I told him stay out of that center zone, and he went into the center zone and he went flying. You don't realize how powerful those kites are until you use one. So this is the marina here. Let me take you guys over here. It looks like someone was chopping wood. I guess they did this for seats. Is this seating? Yeah, look. This is for people to sit down. Look at this. That's what I'm thinking. Right? I don't know. There's a guy over here with a trailer. I don't know if he was the one that did it. We're going to walk back behind me this way in a moment to end it. We're going to take you over to the Lighthouse. I want to show you guys the marina here. And this is a private parking lot. So this is one of the areas. If I'm not mistaken, over there, that's is that Garrettson Beach over there? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to visualize the map in my head. Sheepshead Bay, going into Marine Park. I'm thinking Garrettson Beach. Bergen Beach is further down. Bergen Beach is past Mill Basin. Then you got Canarsie. Nice area. That's the area we got to walk through. Maybe we'll do that soon. All right, let's wrap it up. Let's walk by TGI Fridays and just go over to there's a little White House, listen to me, Lighthouse. You actually see it sticking out over there, over the roof. That's where we're going to end it. I want to thank everybody for tagging along with me. I always make the mistake that Red Lobster is over here, by the way. Because everything down here is really, as you drive further down, there's another area like this. And they all look the same. But I don't even know if the Red Lobster's still around down there. I think it still is further down. But this is TJ Fries. Oh, look at this. I guess they shut this place down, huh? Look at that. It's Coyle St. Alright, here is the fisherman guy and the lighthouse. That's where we're going to end it, right here. Much cleaner in the summertime down here than it is in the wintertime because, I mean, it's still, could use more cleaning, but it's a lot better than the last time we were here. The last time we were here, it was really bad. There you go. And then right over here is the lighthouse, the little lighthouse. That's how we end it. I want to thank everybody for tagging along. And I will catch everybody on the next walk. Stay tuned. That's probably going to be Avenue X. Probably going to do some Avenue X. So take care and catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.